I'm Tawana Floyd. I'm 5'10 and I live in Los Angeles.
Hey there. I am on my way to a fitting. I booked a co-star on a television show, which I'm really excited about because I have been on a 2-year hiatus from acting in television and film. I didn't even know 2 years had gone by. I was still auditioning commercially, but not really that much. I think I needed a break. When I first moved to LA in 2005, I would come across so many people who were just jaded about the industry, and it would turn me off because I just got here, I was excited, and I'm like, these people are bringing me down and bumming me out. And I vowed that I would never be like that. And then almost 20 years later, I became the jaded, disgruntled actor because what happens is you do something for so long and you're constantly being rejected and told what not to do or what to do, and then the things that you are told to do, and then you do those things and still no major success is happening. It starts to take a toll. And so I had to take some time back. I wasn't even aware that I needed to take this time away, but I took the time away mainly because I was fucking over it. And I just needed to kind of like be away from the rat race of it all. And what that allowed me was to really get clear in my mind about this is what it is, Tawana. This is what it's always been. If you look at every documentary, you've read Lucille Ball's book, she talks about the same thing that you're experiencing and witnessing back then. So if this is what it is, now how can you find a new route of navigating that allows me to continue to have some sort of self-advocacy, self-love, self-preservation, and not tolerate a lot of BS without being rude unless rude is called for. So anywhoots, I have some really wonderful friends. And my friend Tiffany, who I met in New York back in 2004 when she was finishing her BFA at Fordham University. And she and we moved to LA around the same time, within a month of each other, and we've always stayed in touch. And so recently, she signed with a new theatrical agent, and she knew how disgruntled I was. And she said, I know that you're kind of over the business right now, but look, my agent just started a new theatrical department, and if you're interested, I'd be happy to refer you. And so she did. And that has been a wonderful experience thus far. I signed with that agent in July, and I would say I've had maybe about 8 or 9 co-star auditions, and the old me would have been like, co-stars, I already got co-stars, you need to be sending me for series regular and recurring and guest roles or whatever. And at this point I'm just like, you know what, I am taking all of that pressure off of myself, and all I'm going to do is just show up for the work that I'm being given. But in the meantime, creating my own content, which has been very helpful for my mental health, because I get to create something that means a lot to me. And so when acting comes along, it's almost like the secondary priority to my main priority, which is content. So anyway, in those 9 or so auditions that I've had 2 offices call me back to audition, and I've just been really having a great time with my self-tapes. Just, this is how I would play it if I was on stage improvising this role, as opposed to all of these rules and regulations that we learn in acting school, these confinements that we learn in acting school. Well, you could do this, but make sure you don't do that. Oh, don't piss off the casting director. Oh, they don't like that. I threw all of that out of the window, and I just started working on freedom, liberated artistry. So even this audition, this fitting that I'm going to right now, I forgot about the audition. It was due at 4:00, and I was out having shabu shabu with my friends when the agent called and said, hey, they moved. She called me at 4:00. She texted me at 4:00 and said, hey, they moved the timeline to 7. Are you going to be able to get that in? I completely forgot about it. So I had to leave dinner at 5 and rush home and put this thing on tape real quick. And I just had fun with it and submitted like 3 different takes and moved on. And I wound up booking it. And that's just more testament, more proof that we're making this thing too precious, or I have been making this thing too precious all this time. So, all this to say, I know it's like all like little tangents, but coming together is that I'm going to this fitting today. I'm just really excited to be back into the spirit of possibility, joy, and excitement about being an actor again, as opposed to the whole bureaucracy of it all, because I think that's the part that's really been really frustrating for me. And so I'm sharing this because everything is content. Don't forget to film it. Don't forget to film it. But I'm really sharing this because I know what it's like being an actor. It's hard. Oh shit, I need to get over. Let me focus. Let me go. I know what it's like being an actor. It's hard. It's frustrating. It's easy to become jaded. It's easy to become disgruntled. Especially when you're trying to make a living and nothing seems to be happening. I get all of that. And so I'm saying, if you need to take a break, take that break. Take a break. Take a month. Take a couple of weeks. And don't think about the industry at all. All right, that's it. I gotta go. I gotta pay attention. All right, bye. When you're on a lot, you always want to take advantage. You always want to make sure you know what color you're on. Because, when you're working with nerves and stuff, and you may forget once you get downstairs, elevator that way. I'm on yellow, and I'm on the second floor, 2-5. So I'm in the Lemonly East building. That's where I came in. Awesome. Here goes makeup. They gave really good directions with an easy map for me to follow, but I think Universal is one of the easier studio lots to navigate. And Sony's easy also. Warner Brothers is a lot. Paramount can be a lot. But here I am. That was it. I was in there for probably all of 5 minutes because I'm wearing scrubs. And they know what they're doing. They got me the right sizes. So that's it. I'm going to go meet my friends for lunch.
Going down.
And here I am, Nurse Ellen. Ready to go? Give me a little jacket, which I appreciate because it gets cold on set. And that's it. It's been a long time since I've been on set theatrically. My last network booking was for, oh my gosh, Call Me Cat. Call Me Cat, which was a wonderful experience. Like, that was one of the best theatrical experiences that I've had because the entire cast was very friendly and welcoming. And, when you're a co-star on a show, you kind of feel like you're in somebody's home. And even though you were invited, you just feel like you don't want to overstep your bounds. Which brings me to a story one time when I was working on No Good Nick. I was working opposite, I want to call her Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I know I should know her name, but right now it eludes me. And Sean Astin. And I was so nervous. I don't know why. I was so nervous. And I kept flubbing my lines. I kept flubbing my lines. And finally, the director, who was so kind, he came over to me and he said, "Come walk with me, kid." And he said, "I feel like you're trying to be polite here because this is not your home. But I'm going to give you the permission to treat this as if this is your home. So I want you to do your thing here." And I really needed that pep talk, that vote of confidence, because that was the permission that I needed to be myself on stage. And then from there on, I was good. Like we weren't, and you know, shows like that was before a live audience. So we definitely got to get it right. And I think maybe that's why I was nervous. It was my first live audience. Oh, I didn't think about that. But anyhow, I'm here today. And yeah, I haven't, the last show I was on was Call Me Cat. And that was, I think, 2021, 2022. So it's been 2 years since I've booked a theatrical role. It's a co-star. And I'm happy to be here. I know a lot of times actors feel like co-stars are beneath them. They want more. We want guest stars. We want recurring. We want series regulars. Of course, we all want that. But a co-star is something to also be equally celebrated, because it's not easy to get a co-star role, because the script is less involved and it's usually just like a couple of lines, and sometimes we don't even have the backstory or the rest of the script to figure out what's happening in the moment as we're delivering these lines. I'm about to go have fun. I'm not nervous. I'm just happy to be working on a show that I actually watch and I love. Really funny, women led, and two women writers and directors. That's going to be my day.